welcome back, Aharon Wheels Bolsta.
I think I'm unmuted now. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
All right. How's this volume right now?
the speaking volume's good.
Yeah, exactly. We'll see we'll, we'll let's do. I know we did a sound check before. Hey, by the way, great set. That was so fun. Thank you. Yeah, yeah. I guess maybe it'd be helpful for me to say a couple things. I'm I, as much as I would like to be, and as much as I admire the craft, I am not a singer songwriter. Um, I am a performer of classical Indian music and classical Turkish music and Middle Eastern music, and that's sometimes I do actually I do a version of some Bob Dylan songs, so I get into it, but I aspire to just play some great tunes like so many of the great artists here in QuaranPalooza. So I'm working on some stuff, and I'll be bringing that out in the next few months. But tonight I'm still focusing on just the mostly instrumental music, um, and I thought it'd be kind of fun. I went on tour with a band this summer in Spain, and you have to travel. You know, when you're a drummer. So my main instrument is playing drums. I play drums, drum set, and big, Middle Eastern drums for bands. And sometimes I play cajon. If some of you are familiar with the cajon. So I thought tonight I would play some of the instrumental parts that I played on tour. Just give a sample. So there's a couple things with some drumming where if you wanted to, you could drum along. If you have a drum or you have some pots and pans and you want to drum along with that. But I'm going to start out melodically with the flute this is actually, oops, sorry. This flute is not the one I brought on tour. It's a little bit too big. You can see the case. It's my preferred flute to play right now, but what I managed to do is I have a smaller flute, which is the smaller the flute, the higher the key. I had it was kind of a high key that I don't usually play in concerts, but it fit inside my Doombeck bag. So, and then I also traveling, I found a cajon. This is a cajon that it's a laptop cajon. So you don't have, I have a really nice cajon that I can sit on, and you'd figure there's a lot of cajons. Okay, that sounds kind of weird. Anyway, a lot of musicians have a cajon in Spain because most of us associate it with Spanish music. But I didn't want to go through the rigmarole of renting a cajon or buying one in Spain. So I found this, and actually it sounds pretty good. And that's just with one hand. So anyway, gives you a little idea. I'm not even going to play all the instruments. I still had like a very full sound for our shows, but I brought it all on the plane somehow. So I don't know. Our second show in Barcelona, they had a backline drum set, and I got to play drums, and it was awesome. I love just playing a full kit. But anyway. So without further ado, I'm going to make a little intro. This is, I guess I'll dedicate this to my teachers. So I studied the flute with a very famous flute teacher. You may have heard of him. His name is Darth Vader. Oh wait, is this the Halloween show? Oh, okay. I'll save that for next time. But seriously, I studied with a great teacher from Bengal named Aharon Khan, who had the school. The Aharon College of Music still is in San Rafael under the guidance of his son Alam Khan. And so I studied with Ustad Aharon Khan, and I studied with my tabla teacher, Pandit Swapan Chaudhary, also from Bengal. And the flute I learned some from Steve Gorn and then Ashok Mehta in Varanasi. So this is just a little evening raga. It's an introduction, and then I'll move to a couple other instruments before my time is up. So I'm going to leave that there. Can you hear can you hear the drone okay? Is this too loud? Or is it good? I can't hear you.
It's good.
Good, okay. So just briefly about this. It's a bamboo flute from India. So normally, I don't have another example right next to me, but it's called the bansuri, and it's a very simple flute. Although you have to be the flute maker has to be very careful and very precise for the instrument to be in tune, and so that's why we use the drone. Also, the drone is there to help us with the intonation because it's different than what we use in Western music. The tempered scale doesn't necessarily apply to what we're doing in South Indian music too. But then this is different because there's one feature that's different that you can see there. It actually has a key, so I can play lower than the usual bansuri stops here, but I can actually, it's like having a B foot on the traditional Western flute. Anyway, gives you a little taste. And so I also, I want to acknowledge that my parents, my mother and father loved classical Indian music, and so they introduced me, and we listened to a flute player in Marin who came from. Sorry about that. That should fix that. Sorry about that. Hope that didn't blast anybody. He came from the north of India, from the Sikh area. So his name is G.S. Sachdev, and he passed away a couple of years ago. I would say that he was the most soulful bansuri player. I didn't learn from him directly. I didn't study with him, but I hung out and had tea with him a lot. So moving on, I'm just gonna share a little bit of. Okay, maybe not that one. We'll stick with the cajon. I forgot about all the overtones, and the frame drum just has so many overtones that you have to be very careful when you're miking it. So. So I'm going to share a quick little, I guess if the next person is starting right at 9, then I've only got 3 minutes. Are they ready? Should I stop right at 9, or do I have?
No, they start at 9:05 and they're not here. So.
9:05?
9:05.
Oh, okay. All right. So maybe I'll go a minute over if that's okay. As long as, yeah. Okay. So because I do want to end with the jaw harp, but I'll so. I'm just going to recite. So this is a traditional tabla composition. Normally I would play the tabla for you, but I found that in these short performances, it's not enough time to actually get the North Indian tabla out. So this is from my guru, from my teacher. First I'll give a simple one, and if you want, you can clap along. You can just clap closed, open, closed, open, closed, open, like this, closed, open. Da tete get on, the target tete get on, the naga tete get on, the target tete get on, the tete get on, the tete get on, the da that tete get that, da get tete target tete da tete tun taketa tete tun tatita datida datida cut kranda datida cut kranda datida datida. And so what you're hearing at the end is something that we call a T-high, where you say the same phrase 3 times, and it lands on the downbeat. So a very simple version of that would be tera kita da, tera kita da, tera kita da, or kira tera kita da, tera kita da, kira tera kita da, tera kita da, kira tera kita da, tera kita da. Right. So these phrases are all phrases that we use to play the tabla. I'm doing it on the cajon tonight, but on the tabla, da tera kita. So we can go boom, bat, boom, bat, boom, bat. And I'll just improvise something for fun. Da, boom, da. Now I'm switching to this hat because I'm a lifelong A's fan. I grew up in Oakland. Well, I grew up in Berkeley, but I also lived in Oakland, and so I went to A's games. And I just wanted to honor the fact that we just had our last game at the Oakland Coliseum, and we're losing the team. So I'm just gonna wear this hat for this last little piece. Thank you for participating in that. I'm gonna just demonstrate for the next 75 seconds. 2 jaw harps. Now, this is one from India, from Rajasthan. So these tend to be more rhythmic. Yep. Now, these are from the country of Estonia, and you'll find them all over Eastern Europe, but these are particular ones called the Parnupil. And let me see here. Okay, so I'm going to demonstrate. These are more melodic rather than rhythmic, and so I'm just going to, if you want, I invite you to close your eyes for the next 20 seconds and hear this. Okay. Believe me, we've had some fun with those. And then here's this is the same instrument maker, but a different key, which is I was playing along with the last singer because it was in the right key. I think this is an A. So I know it's 9:03 and they're starting, so I'm going to just end with one thing. I'm just going to go taka taka then again taka taka then taka da da get it again taka then again taka then again da 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 get it.
Very cool.
I need to turn you up. I can't hear you, John. Here we go. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. It's always a pleasure. I'm going to prepare something really fun. If the dates work out and I'm doing the Halloween show, I'll come up with something extra special.
Yeah, that's the 26th.
Okay, cool. We'll talk.